Just to clarify a little too, the point with the infrastructural state is, and I'm saying, how would you fund it, in the roads? You can't just say, oh, we pretend we don't have roads and we just wait for entrepreneurs to come and make them. No, we already have roads. I'm thinking practically. You want to move from our system into this other system. There are roads. They would have to be sold off to be privatized. And as I've said, I want to consider the thought experiment of, okay, we sell off all of the state government to one private, all of the state government property to one private entity, all of the, and we don't even sell it off. We incorporate it as a private enterprise, owned by all the people that were taxpayers or right holders to begin with. So, for example, you would be a shareholder in your state, formerly state government, now privatized, and federal government, county, and so on, city, everything. And people like your children would have rights because they're, hopefully, I would want to insist that part of this organization is that people are grandfathered in. As long as they're willing to pay their fees, then they're welcome in this society, and that's the equivalent of the citizenship rights. Okay, so we have to start with this idea as part of the thought experiment that we have a huge company that other people can try to create their own interstate highway system. Good luck. So you might want to think about why we have private organizations forced to like hook up into the networks of other private organizations, right? Because unless if we did what I wanted and just incorporated these governments as private entities, or what I'm proposing in this thought experiment, then I don't see how another kind of an entity, a private entity, could ever really compete. So, but on the other hand, I would want this organization to use open standards. If you're going to have an open organization that's a monopoly, de facto, if not in principle, then I believe that organization can be okay if it works on open standards. So when it creates standards, it publishes them and opens them so other people can use it, and so that there's the net neutrality kinds of ideas that other people, for example, private people should be able to put their private roads onto a public road, like a driveway, and they can. But if it was privatized, then theoretically, they might not have a right to do that anymore. Uh, maybe that would be a right because they were a shareholder. Okay, maybe not. Or it could just be that, in general, whether they're a shareholder in your organization or not, that there's ways to keep that open. Maybe they have to pay a fee or whatever. And in general, you try to make that, if it's an open standards philosophy, you try to make that as easy as possible. So, so don't pretend we're starting from scratch and everything's solved by entrepreneurs. Pretend we're starting from where we are now.